Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Cary Yerkew here, and today we're talking about investing. And we've been on this 100-day journey where we're improving our health, improving our wealth, and improving our happiness. And today we're on day 63. And you might be following me here on YouTube or you're on Instagram. On YouTube, you'll get the slides. On Instagram, you won't. But we really want to focus in today on self-improvement. And we've been working, we made a plan at the beginning of this 100-day journey. And then what we did was we kind of got rid of the waste first. So we cut out any excess. We really worked on improving our what we had already. So we got rid of the waste. We made the systems we have more efficient. And that resulted in things like reducing expenses, um, maximizing the profits. And now we want to do something with the excess profit. So we want to invest the excess. And so today, what I'm talking about is the money you've saved. What are you going to do with that? And I want to talk about different options for you today on saving. And I think the first thing I would say with saving is set up an auto transfer. So every day or every week, let's say every Saturday, you're transferring a certain amount of money over to savings or investing. And so I would start with something like, even if you start with $1 a day, maybe $10 a day, depending on your income and cash flow, set up a small amount to start and then reassess after a month or two. And then you can see how that's going. Can you continue to do that? Can you increase the amount? And how are your investments doing? So we're going to talk more about that today. So what are you going to do with the money that you're saving and how are you going to invest it? Because you don't want to just have it sitting there. You really want to have a plan for it. So you can invest in something like an index fund. Index funds are very easy to invest in. A lot of exchanges now, a lot of brokerages, you can go right online and just sign up for an account and then start to invest. So that's nice compared to the way it used to be where you'd have to talk to a broker or set up a special brokerage account. Now it's a lot easier. And so you can invest in an index fund. We'll talk about that in a second. You can invest in an asset. That would be something that's going to gain in value. That's the expectation. We'll talk about that in a minute. Or you can invest in something new like a cryptocurrency, and that has its own risks. But and this isn't financial advice for you, but it's definitely just talking about options that you would have and how to start saving more money and investing that money. So when I talk about an index fund, I'm talking about things like the SPY or QQQ. And if you're not familiar with investing, these are basic index funds. S&P 500 is 500 companies that make up this fund, and they basically have a pot of money that everyone's invested in, and they go and buy these companies, and they balance the weight of the different companies. So depending on the type of companies they're buying, they balance the amount of shares they have in the fund, and then you own a portion of that fund. So pretty basic kind of sharing in an investment with a whole bunch of other people. And the SPY is the S&P 500. The QQQ is the NASDAQ. And I kind of like the QQQ personally versus the SPY. It's done better for me over time, but definitely you want to look at this and do your own research and find out which one would be better for you. There's other ones, IWM. There's certain sectors that have funds too, like gold and silver. So the other thing that you can invest in is real estate or gold. So real estate tends to go up over time. I think if you hold on to real estate long enough, you're going to do well on your investment. And gold, over time, gold is kind of a safe haven, a place where you could put your money. Over time. It's going to go up and it's going to be a good hedge against inflation. And we're starting to, get into inflationary times right now. We haven't seen that for a long time, but all indications are that inflation is rising. And so if we have a dollar in the bank right now, in a year, that dollar, you won't be able to purchase as much with that dollar. So it'll depreciate. And so if you bought a dollar of gold in a year, the gold would be worth, let's say, $1.20. So you would keep up with inflation. So that's pretty simple. You could buy a little 1 ounce bar of gold, or you could buy a fund on the stock exchange that buys gold. So that's another option for you, like GLD. You can invest in Bitcoin or Ethereum, or there's a number of cryptocurrencies that you can invest in. But I think the top two are Bitcoin and Ethereum. So you could look into that. It's not that hard. It's different than investing in stocks in a way, or in real estate or gold, of course. But cryptocurrencies, I think, are a way of the future. And maybe even countries will go to things like digital currencies in the future. But definitely, you want to take a look at that as an option, and it has its own benefits and risks. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's webinar on investing. I just wanted to touch base on that, make sure that you start to think about that. We're on day 63. We're going to talk more about investing, and maybe we'll break it down into those 3 categories, and we'll just do one webinar on each one as we go forward. And then if you guys are interested, put some notes in the comment section here on Instagram or on YouTube. Just make a comment, or you can PM me if you want to know more about a specific topic. I'd be happy to do a webinar on that topic. So we're going to expand that out and do a little bit more work on that. At True North, we're here to help you. And we have different types of services. We're just redoing our website. Should be done in the next week or two. But you can get free help. So you can follow us on social media. You can follow our podcast, and you can get free material like free PDFs, downloads. There's going to be some paid courses that we're working on, and master classes that you'll be able to join or watch later. So you can be able to download them from our library. And there's books. I wrote a book on private practice as a health professional. So if you're a health professional, you want to know how to better manage your business, I wrote a book on Amazon, Success in Private Practice. But there'll be more books coming out in the future just about self-improvement. And we do offer one-on-one coaching. And the format we have for one-on-one coaching is one where there's a messaging coaching. So the first session we'll do live, and we usually do that on video chat. And then from there, we'll make a plan, and then we'll start to communicate via audio messages and video messages that are dropped. And then I'll respond to those within 24 hours with some feedback for you. There'll be some accountability to that, to the action steps. So the calls will happen on a weekly basis where you'll leave an audio or a video message or text or email, and I'll respond to those. And we just want to keep that process going so you get a good outcome. Kind of like this 100-day process where we've really started with a plan on day 1, and we want it to end up better on day 100 than day 1. And I know certainly I've improved on a lot of the things that I've been working on. Now we're kind of in the middle to a third quarter here of the 100 days. And we're really talking about what we can do with the proceeds of how we've improved. So invest those proceeds. So hope you enjoyed today's webinar. And I look forward to talking to you guys again. We're probably going to do a coffee or happy hour this weekend. I'll keep you posted on that. And we'll talk to you guys soon.